Hello everyone, it's SpursReady96 here, and welcome to the second episode of the FIFA 18 Zenit St Petersburg career mode. We begin today's episode with the first game of the Russian Premier League, where we will be away some 5,000 miles away from St Petersburg, where we will be playing up against SKA Khabarovsk, a newly promoted side to the Russian Premier League for the first time. So I'm sure their fans will be looking forward to seeing their team play against one of the best clubs in Russia, which is of course Zenit St Petersburg. Let's take a look at the lineup for today's match. Of course, we've got the full first team in there. May I point out, this is the first time I'm actually using this squad. I mean, I did the pre-season cup, but that was with the secondary team, and that was simulated, so I haven't done any gameplay regarding this career mode up until this point. So it's going to be interesting how we start. And as we go on to the first half highlights, we come on to the 7th minute here. SKA Khabarovsk started reasonably well, actually. They started bright. They had no fear, of course. They had no fear. They were determined to strike. And, of course, here they are with a corner coming up to the 9th minute. And it's headed in. And SKA Khabarovsk lead in our first game of the Zenit St Petersburg career mode. A disastrous start. And we are 1-0 down, and the fans are in jubilation. Their first goal of the Russian Premier League. What a wonderful header that is from Konikhanov, I think his name is. A tremendous header. We did not mark him. To be fair, Alex Witzel made a clumsy mistake with Witzel leading up to the corner, because I pressed the wrong button, which led to the corner in the first place. And Maxim Konikhanov, I think that's how you say it, scores his first goal in the Russian league, and we are 1-0 down. So not the best start to the league season for Zenit. But as we come on to the 15th minute, we started to grow into the game, learn about the players, and see what their individual strengths and weaknesses are. Good pass here from Druzy. It was Kokorin, and Kokorin scores, and Zenit St Petersburg are level. The lead of SKA Khabarovsk only lasted a few minutes, and Zenit St Petersburg are back on level terms on the opening game of the season. Look at this from Druzy. Wonderful pass to find Kokorin, and even two defenders couldn't stop Kokorin's strike. Big gap there between the two defence. The keeper almost got a touch to it, but Alexander Kokorin scores his first goal of the season, and our first goal of the Zenit St Petersburg career mode. And yeah, we are level. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. 18 minutes actually played, we scored there. According to the game panel, the little broadcast thing there. We come on to the 40th minute, and Rigoni's got a chance here. Rigoni take a strike, and that's a good save from Dovbrevinka. I think that's how you say it. And the defender's giving away. Chevero gives the ball away. Kokorin almost tried to chase it, but we do have a corner, and Rigoni has been missing in action. According to that, he had 9 touches, hasn't had any assists yet, mostly towards the right-hand side of the pitch. He's been contained rather well, actually, by SKA Khabarovsk, but we are growing into the game and starting to create some clear-cut chances. Corner here. Rigoni, and it's gone in from who else but the left-back, the captain, Crescito, has scored. And Zenit St Petersburg take the lead, just coming up to half-time, 3 to 4 minutes before half-time. And Zenit St Petersburg lead. We take advantage of our first corner of the game. And Rigoni managed to get a header onto the... kind of was going off target, but Crescito managed to react to the ball going off target. He made contact with it with a wonderful header. I thought it was actually going to go wide off the post, but Crescito... Well, I was saying that in the first episode, if you haven't watched the first episode, please go and check it out, that he has 1 year left on his contract, and I was debating whether I should replace him or renew his contract. Well, he might just... it has given me a bit of a headache to think about that one, because he scored the goal that has put us in front for the first time in the game, and that's half-time here at what I think is known as the Lenin Stadium for SKA Khabarovsk. Of course, a very tough game, a very long way away from... our base in St Petersburg, but SKA have started well, and they've proven a harder challenge than I thought, but we've managed to fight back, and it's 2-1 at that point. We come on to the second half highlights, and Druzy's got found some space for Rigoni. Rigoni's got the strike, and Rigoni scores, and SKA Khabarovsk are being taught a harsh lesson. They need to do better in their organisation skills, but frankly I don't really care, because now we extend our lead in this match, coming up to the 56th minute. Rigoni with a wonderful strike, and he scores his first goal of the season. As you see, lovely pass once again from Druzy. He's been a star for today, and Rigoni with a wonderful strike on his right foot. No chance the keeper could do with that one, and we're really beginning to show, and the difference of quality between the two sides is starting to show, and we're very, very happy. After a dreadful start, we are now finally in more comfortable territory here, leading the game by 3 goals to 1 against SKA Khabarovsk. And we still weren't finished yet. We're on to the 58th minute. We had the spell, and look at that, they've given the ball away. SKA Khabarovsk, Kokorin, now in towards Cressito of all people. Kokorin, he's still going, 1 by 1, Druzy, and Druzy scores. It's 4, and SKA Khabarovsk are starting to fall apart. Druzy gets a goal that he really deserves, actually. He's put in one hell of a shift. I think he's provided 2 assists in today's game. Kokorin actually provides his first assist of the season, and Druzy scores his first goal of the campaign. His first goal for the club since he arrived from River Plate in Argentina, and is getting even better now. It's now 4 goals to 1. SK Khabarovsk, well, have fallen apart here, giving the ball away from one of their players, and it's cost them. Organisation and passing is one thing they'll have to improve at the training ground, but it's now 4 goals to 1 as we come on to the very last minutes of the second half here. Rigoni to Kokorin, and Kokorin has got a chance, and that's a wonderful finish from Alexandra Kokorin. Wonderful play, build-up play between Rigoni and Alexandra Kokorin, and he dabs in front of the travelling supporters. And Rigoni, look at this, Rigoni to Kokorin, and Rigoni passes it back to Kokorin, and Kokorin with a wonderful, wonderful strike. The keeper had no chance, and that finishes the job. We are going to begin the season with a 5-1 thrashing of SKA Khabarovsk, which is rather harsh on SKA Khabarovsk, because they played so well in the first 10 minutes of the first half, and then since then they've fallen to pieces, particularly in the second half. And Alexandra Kokorin has got his second goal in his first match of the season. And clearly the 3-5-1 formation I usually use in my career mode is being used very well here by my players. And that's the end of full time, and the fans of SK Khabarovsk are very, very cross that they've lost their first game in the Russian Premier League. They took the lead, of course, but then after we had a very slow and clumsy start, of course Witzel giving the ball away at a corner, and Khabarovsk took the lead, but we fought back. Kokorin scored the first one, then Cressito scored from a corner just before half time, and then we scored 3 more goals by Rigoni, Druzy and Kokorin, and we have a 5-1 victory for the opening game. Let's come on to the last game of the episode. We will be away once again, where this time we'll be facing another promoted club, FC Tosno. Now Tosno is an interesting club, if you don't know, because actually they're based in the same city as Zenit St Petersburg, and in real life they actually played in the stadium, the Petrovsky Stadium. Basically that was the stadium where Zenit St Petersburg used to play before they went to their massive 67,000 or 56,000 capacity stadium. I don't know what it's called. I think it's called the Kostovsky Stadium, not really sure, but either way, I don't know if it's just a little rivalry maybe, I'm not really sure to call it like that. But yeah, in real life Tosno actually were dissolved. They no longer exist because of financial problems, and they were relegated from the Russian Premier League, which ultimately led to their dissolval. For our squad today, we're in our different kit, our third kit, our very purple and gold kit, and it's the same squad we will use for the second match. And as you can see, and briefly leading towards the start, Tosno actually signed a player, I think from Leeds United, a very good buy for them, and we start the first half on the front foot, and Rigoni with a magnificent strike on his weak foot out the box, and it hits the bar, coming up to the 9th, 10th minute there. But now we have a chance here on the 15th minute with Druzy coming forward, or is it Paredes? I think it's Paredes, And it's Druzy, and Druzy scores, and Zenit St Petersburg take the lead for the first time this season. We take the lead in a game in the Russian Premier League after the perfect start, just past 16-17 minutes. And it was Paredes actually who just ran into the box with fantastic pace, pretty much dragging the defenders along with him, leaving space for Druzy, and Druzy finishes very calmly on his right foot. I thought it was going to go out. I thought it was going to be dragged wide or something like that, but it wasn't proven to be the case. And we lead here at another promoted club, at FC Tosno. And Druzy's got his second goal of the season, his second goal in the episode. He's been absolutely electric in the first episode for us. And we lead 1-0 just past 17 minutes. And that was it. That was the half-time. I mean, actually, FC Tosno were a harder opposition than I thought. They pretty much sat back and defended with 2 banks of 4, and it was very hard to break them down. But it's good. It's good to see that we're actually getting some, good fight from the opposition, because obviously the Russian league hasn't got as much quality. Not all the Russian teams as much quality as we have, but it's good to see that Tosno putting up a fight, and it was 1-0 at half-time. We come on to the second half, to the 56th minute. We're still trying to create chances, very hard to, but we're still trying. Kurzov into Shatov, he's hit the post. He's hit the post, that's the second time we've hit the aluminium there. And we still keep trying on to the 59th minute. Kokorin, Druzy, and Druzy scores. He scored again. It's 2-0 to Zenit St Petersburg. We huffed and puffed and we managed to blow the door down. Druzy scores again, his second in the game. And FC Tosno's resistance is starting to come undone. Lovely build-up play, one-touch passing from 2 players. I think it was, I don't know who, I think it was Kuzev in towards Kokorin. Van Kokorin laid it to pretty much Druzy, and Druzy struck on his left foot, his weak foot, I believe. And we now have a 2-goal cushion in the game. And that is just what we need. More goals. That's what we need. The fans, the travelling support, have come to see goals and come to see wins and see the team get points, and that's exactly what's happening. And Druzy has his 3rd goal of the episode. Fantastic result for him. We still keep trying. Paredes, good passing towards Rigoni. Good save from Yevchenko. And he's questioning, where was his defence when he needed him? Why aren't they tracking him? Good strike from Rigoni, but a good save from Yevchenko. I think it's his name. And he made a good save there. And FC Tosno have their first corner of the second half, 68th minute. Oh, and a good strike. I don't know who it was. Oh, a good header, but either way, the defender and the keeper had to defend. And Kuzev with a strike. And Yevchenko has to make a 3rd save in just over a matter of seconds. And Yevchenko proving to be the difference for Tosno. And another good corner, Rigoni, and good strike again. I don't know who it was, but I think it was another corner. I think it's another corner. It is another corner. The keeper and defence is not giving up. Rigoni with the corner. And Kokorin, good header. And it's a goal for Zenit St Petersburg, the 3rd. We've been huffing and puffing, and finally we've done it again. Alexander Kokorin has scored it again. His 3rd goal of the campaign. After our 4th corner, I think it was, 3rd corner, Kokorin with a bulletproof header. Fantastic power and strength. And the keeper had no chance of that. And Alexander Kokorin celebrates with his teammates. And it looks to be another 3 points for Zenit St Petersburg. And maybe our first clean sheet of the season as well for our goalkeeper Lunev. We come on to the 75th minute. Shatov with the strike, and it's hit the crossbar. That's the 3rd time we've hit the woodwork. Rigoni with a wonderful strike out the box, and it didn't quite pay off there. And the 94th minute, and I can't believe it, we've scored yet again. Druzy has scored. Witzel got the ball and did a wonderful cross, and Rigoni managed to strike on his right foot, even though the keeper managed to get contact from it, but he couldn't keep it out. Good cross from Witzel. First time he's managed to get it, really create chances for us today. And Druzy has put it in. That's a hat-trick for Sebastian Druzy. And wow, a 4-0 victory as it stands for Zenit St Petersburg. The start of the season can't get any better. 2 promoted sides, 2 wins. Absolutely fantastic. and a wonderful, wonderful performance. And there goes the full-time whistle, and Zenit St Petersburg will leave their old stadium against maybe their rivals. I'm not really sure if you could call it like that, but they will leave their old stadium against FC Tosno with a 4-0 win. Sebastian Druzzi picks up the ball and has his hat-trick. Kokorin also got a goal and also provided an assist or two. FC Tosno were really, really toothless in attack, and they didn't provide much threat at all. I don't think they even had a strike on target or a strike off target. The keeper didn't have anything to do, but definitely Tosno's keeper had a lot to do, because it finished 4-0 to Zenit St Petersburg. And look at the stats: 18 shots, 10 on target for us, more possession, all of the corners, and Tosno have no sign of they were toothless, really. No shots, absolutely nothing. We come as the game finished, and we have a transfer update here. Mikhail Kozakov, our third choice goalkeeper, has been sold to FC Rostov for £2.5 million. So it's good to see him gone and a bit more cash into the Zenit St Petersburg side. And also, to make things better, it's the end of July, and Sebastian Druzzi gets the Player of the Month, and that doesn't surprise me, with a hat-trick and his contribution to the team in the first game. We look at the table, and a bit of a surprise, that Dynamo Moscow lead the table with 7 points, 2 wins and a draw, but of course they have played one more game than us. We are second with 2 straight wins, 9 goals scored, just 1 conceded, 6 points. Lokomotiv Moscow, FC Ural have 6 points as well. CSK Moscow is 5th, Rubik Kazan is 6th, and FC Krasnodar and Rostov all have 4 points. I expect those teams to rise further up the league, pick up a few more points. Then it's with 3 points, FC UEFA, I think, as I said, I don't know, UEFA, I don't know. Then it's Arsenal Chulov and Akhmat Gronzi. FC Tosno actually got their first win of the season, maybe away or at home, I'm not sure, but that's a good result there. Anzi Makalela is 13th with just 2 points. Spartak Moscow, the reigning champions, are 14th with just 1 draw, 1 defeat, just 2 goals scored but 3 conceded. And Akma Prem are 15th with no points, and SK Khabarovsk season doesn't get any better. Don't stay at bottom of the table and have the leakiest defence in the league with 10 goals conceded. Show you the preview for the next game, where for the next episode, where we will be home, our first home game of the season. What a challenge it will be against the reigning champions Spartak Moscow, our first real test of the Zenit St Petersburg career mode. And then our next game, which will be away, I believe it is away against FC Ural, I think that's how you say it. So I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the first time seeing the team in action in the Russian Premier League for Zenit St Petersburg. So I want to say thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.